here to say it, and I'm here to be upfront about it. We as men need to stand firm. We need to stay rooted in who we are, and we need to stay rooted in our purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, you need to find a purpose. You need to find what makes your gears turn, what makes you feel alive, and what makes you who you are. Your morals will make you who you are. The chase and your passion will make you feel alive. And your passion itself will give you a reason to get up every morning. Now, there are some men, their passion is to provide for their family. But for us young men that don't have a family, that don't have kids, that are young, just starting careers, work really hard. Make the sacrifices, sacrifice the time, sacrifice the energy. Make life as hard as it possibly can, but make it worthwhile. Go in the gym, get some knowledge, get some education, be active. Because as you get older, you're not going to have the energy. And if you're going to have a family and you're going to lead, provide, and protect them, you're going to need to develop those things. You can't lead someone if you don't know how to be led. You can't lead someone if you don't know what leadership is. You can't lead anybody if you can't lead yourself. Leadership takes discipline. How can you make someone feel secured if you are yourself insecure? This is what I'm saying. If we're young and we're insecure, let's get secured. If we're young and we don't have any money, let's get some money. Let's get better financial habits. Because when you are older and you have a family, you have responsibility, you're going to need to be financially responsible. You're going to need to be a leader. You're going to need to be disciplined. How can you discipline someone when you are yourself not disciplined? How can you tell someone how to live their life when you can't live a life of discipline? How can you want to be responsible for someone when you don't have any responsibilities? You haven't taken on any responsibilities. You're not accountable for anything. It doesn't make sense. And it's a problem. Everybody wants to have kids. Everybody wants to have a family. Everybody wants to have a lot of money. But no one seems to want to develop the skills to keep or to attain said things. I'm even willing to say the false dopamine that's so easily to come by these days is why people are comfortable. If I as a man can just purchase sex, why would I be inclined to tolerate a woman? Why would I be inclined? In fact, I wouldn't even call it tolerating. That's the funny part. I can call it tolerating because society established it where men don't need to be in a relationship to have sex. There was a time when you needed to be married to have sex. And then there was a time when people would be in a relationship and then they would have sex. But now we're in a time where you don't even need to do that. You don't need to do that. Dopamine is so easy to come by. There's liquor stores you can get drunk and you'll be happy. Get high and be happy. You can have sex and just go to sleep and be content. But imagine having a dopamine hit and you have rent due and you're you don't have the energy to work. Why? Because you're too busy wasting your life energy. You're too busy being comfortable. You're too busy taking the things that were designed for one thing and using it for your own selfish desires, for pleasure, for short-term gratification. And you wonder why after you're indifferent. You wonder why after the dopamine hit, you're sad, or you feel miserable, disgruntled. Some men don't even know how they feel because they run away from how they feel. They can't even express how they feel because they haven't developed their emotional intelligence. So when it's time for them to get in a relationship with a woman, they're dismissive, they argue, and they don't care to understand the woman that they're with, but they want to have sex with them. They want to be in a relationship with a woman and they want to go 50-50 on everything. And I get it. Some men are scared of divorce. Some men are scared of betrayal. The way I see it, if I'm giving money to a woman, I don't even see it as an investment. It's not an investment. Quite frankly, that's just give them money. That's what you want to do. Just give them money. Give them your time. Don't look for that time back. Don't look for that money back. If you wanted it back, you wouldn't have given it to them from the beginning. That's the truth. If you really didn't have it to give to them, you should have never gave it. You should have kept it. You should have kept it to yourself. Giving it to them to please them is stupid. But I see so many men do it. I've bought Valentine's gifts. I've bought gifts in general, cheap, expensive. I have yet to ask for any one of those gifts. Because when I bought those gifts, I didn't buy it thinking, oh, they're going to do me dirty, or oh, I'm going to want this, or this is an investment. I didn't see it as an investment. I saw it as a liability. Because I wanted that person in my life. Because I wanted that person in my life, I'm going to take on that responsibility, or rather, I'm going to be accountable for my actions. If I bought the gift, I'm going to say I bought the gift because I wanted to buy them a gift. I didn't buy the gift to make them happy. I bought them a gift because I wanted to make them gift. Your job isn't to make a person happy at all, by the way. If they're unhappy, you shouldn't be in a relationship with them. If they're unhappy with you, you shouldn't be in a relationship with them. If you're unhappy with them, you shouldn't be in a relationship with them. These things are stuff I wish people told me, men told me, but a lot of men don't even know how to be men. And it's not an age bracket thing, it's in general. Because the men these days are so caught up in the pleasures of life, in fulfilling their own desires for sexual gratification, for the dopamine. Because dopamine is so easy to come by, they're not really inclined to achieve anything. And then when you have people like myself, I go in the gym, I work out, I take on grueling, difficult tasks because I chase real dopamine. I don't be depressed. I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. I'm not miserable. I don't even see the point in drinking. I don't smoke. If I'm sad, I'm going to cry. But if I am sad, I'm sad for a reason. I'm not going to cry long, especially if it's something that I can't change. But if it's something that I can change, I'm going to change. I'm not going to sulk and wallow in my feelings. I'm going to take action because that's my strength. That's my duty as a man. I have the power. I have the drive. I have the discipline to step forward and do something, to make something happen. Men need to realize their strength. Men need to know their strength. Men need to step into the individuals that they need to be and stop running away from it like it's a ghost or a shadow. Whatever happened to the men that wanted to be great, who wanted to be remembered for great things or achieving things, wanting to break records or to do things? You believe that lie that there's nothing new coming? You really do believe that lie? You want to sit down within yourself and confidently believe that this is the end? I remember in 2012 when people said the world was going to end. Last time I checked, it's 2025. Your future isn't even guaranteed, good or bad, but you're going to settle for a bad future because a good one is hard to obtain. So you're going to settle for a mediocre life because an amazing, promising, fruitful life is hard to come by. Some of you are going to have some kids. Some of you are going to be married. Some of you are going to be in a state where your family is going to look at you, especially on your deathbed. You don't have any property. You don't have any money. You don't have any life insurance. You don't have any benefits. And when you're long gone, they're going to say, wow, he was a good for nothing. Or all he was good for was being here. But all this time you could have done building wealth, building a legacy, building that last name that you want to pass on to other people and live your generation. You're just going to do nothing. If you were the last person in your bloodline to carry on the name or be the one to start something big, is this what you would be doing? Drinking and partying and wasting your money? I thought so.